Segment tonight, we actually have seven topics for Miss Megan because there's so much chaos right now in America. We begin with this disturbing video of a 16-year-old boy in Kalamazoo, Michigan, viciously attacking his female school bus driver. Now, the 37-year-old woman was treated for injuries, including a broken finger and cuts on her face and head. The boy has been charged as a juvenile with assault with intent to do great bodily harm. There's now attorney and Fox News anchor Meg Kelly. You know, it seems like every week we get another one of these tapes.
Yeah.
They have to have the cameras on the bus to record this kind of stuff,
right?
Not only against drivers, but against fellow students. This kid was in a school for troubled kids anyway, right?
Well, that's why this one is a little bit unusual, because it's really shocking when you see it just on a normal school bus, a normal school. This kid was in a school for mentally disturbed kids with emotional problems,
right,
and behavioral problems. And bus drivers like this one, she was a substitute this day, had to be specially trained on how to deal with the kids who would be on this bus. Having said that, how could she deal with this? She did exactly the right thing. In the midst of the blows, she made a phone call to ask for help.
Right. All right. So this kid obviously has got to be put away somewhere to get psychiatric help or whatever he has to get. I don't expect him to do jail time, but it just is symptomatic. You know, you didn't hear about these things 30 years ago. I took school buses my whole life. I never saw anything like that, but there you go.
Well, he's been charged as a juvenile, so he'll probably go to juvie for that.
All right, the Octomom. Now, we are at the point now here on The Factor, and Miss Kelly is not endorsing this, but I am, that the California authorities simply cannot give those babies, those 8 babies still in the hospital, back to this mother. And here's why. Roll the tape.
Oh God, I'm going to kill myself. 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 Hey, don't say that in front of your other child, okay? Keep yourself under control for your other child. He doesn't need to hear that.
I have to ration this for a minute. I was pregnant, hormonal, and my son was missing in my mind. So I was like, I actually got sick. I was so upset. I was so worried. And I was pregnant. Now you multiply the hormones of one pregnancy times 8.
Now the little boy was taking a walk with his grandmother, Miss Sullivan's mother, and she calls 911 because she didn't know about it. Now any parent would be upset if they didn't know about what, you know, and again, she has 6 children under the age of what, 7 or 8 or something like that? But this woman is not equipped to raise children.
No, obviously not. Now look, I have friends who are mothers who have lost their children, whose children just wander out of the house and the mothers get into a panic and then they find their children moments later. I think that's happened to a lot of good parents. But that reaction, and it's not just that she was hysterical, because any parent would be hysterical at the loss of a child, but I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to kill myself, with her other children sitting right there. Only the 911 operator has the peace of mind to say, hey, don't say that over in front of your other children.
Say you were an attorney practicing in California and you were concerned about children, all right? Now, there are thousands, hundreds of thousands of attorneys in California right now. What can an attorney, because I am appealing to attorneys in California, do to prevent this woman from having 14 children in no house? She doesn't have a house.
It's been done. Gloria Allred, who our viewers probably know as a child activist and victims' rights advocate, has already filed a complaint with the Division of Social Services asking them to investigate this mother and her capacity to mother these children. And they are investigating her, and that is why the hospital said it may not release the octuplets to her.
So you believe that there's a good chance that this woman is not going to... She already has the 6.
Right.
All right? And I'm not saying they should be taken away, although I'm very worried about them. 3 of them have disabilities. They're all in vitro.
But let me tell you that the worst of it, speaking of Gloria Allred, whatever you think of Gloria Allred, she has offered the Octomom a home for free for at least the next 6 months with round-the-clock medical care for all of her children. Physical care for the babies
is a narcissist.
And mental
She's not
care for the older children. She won't take it.
No, she won't take it because this is all about her. It isn't about the 14-year children. It's about her. That's the reason she can't have the kids, because she is detached from reality.
Well,
she's not here.
She's trying to make money other ways. Now we learn from TMZ that she is reportedly
trying to sell a tape, as we reported. My God. And if she does that, we'll find out who buys it. All right, finally, this poor woman in Connecticut who was attacked by the chimp. Now we know the extent of her injury. She's in Cleveland, a clinic.
Yeah.
And tell us about that.
Terrible. They say, this is from the hospital, they say she lost her nose, her upper, her lower lips, her eyelids, the bony structures in her mid-face, and she lost both of her hands. And they said she's also suffered a significant traumatic brain injury, and those injuries to her eyes threaten her vision. They say at this time, her potential for recovery remains unclear.
Okay. The woman who owned the chimp doesn't have any money.
No.
All right, so that lawsuit goes nowhere.
Well, she might have homeowners insurance. That may cover it.
Maybe. No, any other legal against the state or anything like that? Probably not.
Nothing
right?
viable. No. I mean, the real lawsuit is against the woman who owned the chimp and
Right.
can't get blood from a stone. And even if you could, I mean, let's say she gets the entire homeowner's policy, is that even going to come close to?
I don't think the woman's ever going to be cognizant again. I mean, I think that's how bad it is.
It doesn't sound good. For Cleveland Clinic to release that statement doesn't sound good.
Okay, now, Miss Megan is coming back in a moment because there's more bizarre stuff, including one of the worst child rapists ever finally getting justice in Nevada, and we'll be right back with that report as the factor continues all over the USA and all around the world.